What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today I'm answering your questions. Now, I don't remember what part of the series we're on, but we'll get right into it. So the first question is going to come from the homie Tori, and this could be a man's name or female's name, so I apologize in advance if I'm messing it up. But Tori wants to know, shipping is expensive, who do you use? Now, first things first, I agree with you 100%. Shipping is expensive. So to answer your question in short, I use the post office. USPS is who I ship through. Now, the long answer is I also use Shopify as my online store platform. So that means that my website is ran through Shopify. The good thing about Shopify is when somebody orders something from me, I could go on the dashboard, see what they ordered, fulfill that order, and then I could buy my postage directly through Shopify. And Shopify gives you a small little discount when you're buying your postage through them. So you print out the label and slap it on your package, you're good to go. Never have to go to another website. You don't have to go to the post office website or USPS or cut and paste the address and the name and all that stuff. All you do is click buy postage. You let them know exactly what type of package you're doing, if you're using poly mailers or box, or if you wanted to increase the weight or decrease the weight, whatever you wanted to do. This is where you do it all from the same Shopify dashboard screen. So for example, somebody buys a t-shirt from me, what they're gonna see is the price of the t-shirt being $18 or whatever it is, and then there's gonna be a standard shipping rate, and there's two options that I offer. It's $3 for first class and I think $8 for priority. Now, that's what the customer sees. On my end, standard first class shipping that takes like 2 to 3 days is usually around $5, depending where it's going, but give or take $5, a little more, a little less sometimes. And you might ask yourself, well, why do you only charge $3 if it's actually $5? Well, I build the rest of that cost into the cost of the t-shirt. So the retail price of the t-shirt that the customer sees is $18. I only need $15 for that t-shirt. So I'm bumping it up $3 extra to help cover the shipping costs. So same goes for priority. Standard priority, which takes like 1 or 2 days, depending where you are in the country, it's about, let's say, $9 to like $11 sometimes. So for myself, what I do is I charge, I think, $8 for priority shipping, and then that extra $3 to $4 is built into the t-shirt price, right? So the customer never sees that. The weird thing is when we shop online, shipping costs can make or break the purchase for you. So let's say you wanted to buy something and the shipping cost was the whole price of like $12 or something like that. And you're like, man, $12 for shipping? That's kind of crazy. I don't know if I want to pay that. So then you're like, I don't know if I want to actually buy this t-shirt. I don't even know if it's worth it anymore. But if the shipping price is priced way lower than what it really is, a lot of times that'll help the sale. And people be like, oh, you know what? Shipping's only $3, not bad. They'll buy it. So it's just a weird mind game that you have to play with the customers. They still pay 100% of the shipping. They still pay 100% of the t-shirt. They just don't understand that. It's like when you buy something online, right? Let's say that you're buying some shirts and some shoes online, and then it comes out to like $180. And then shipping ends up being like another $15. And you're like, $15? I'm almost paying $200 for this stuff. I don't know if I want to do it. But then it also says if you spend an extra $30, then you'd get free shipping. So now you're going to end up spending $210 just to get free shipping. Instead of paying $195 and paying for the shipping, you think I'm going to spend a whole extra $30 just to get free shipping to make it worth it. Because we feel like, oh man, shipping, we're not getting nothing out of it, but we're actually paying for the service of them delivering it to us. So just weird mental games that you have to play with yourself and the customers just to help make the sale a little bit better. But I agree, shipping is expensive. Within the last 2 years, it has gone up a lot. Like I said, priority shipping used to be like $6 or $7, and now it's 11, 12. It could be a lot more depending on where in the country you live. But that's how I handle shipping. Hopefully that helps you out. Now, next question is going to come from the homie Connor. Connor says, HTV is expensive at my local craft store, help. That's exactly what he put. So what I'm guessing is Connor's buying heat transfer vinyl from his local Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever craft store he's going to, and he's complaining that the prices are expensive. I agree with this also, that it is expensive, man. Heat transfer vinyl, when you buy it at the craft store, is pricey because what they're doing is they're selling you a ready-made vinyl where it's like cut to 12 inches. So you're thinking like, all right, this is perfect. This fits right into my vinyl cutter, into my Cricut, or into my Cameo, or whatever vinyl cutter you have. And then the convenience of going into the store and buying, picking the colors you want and stuff like that, I get it. But you got to remember that comes with a hefty price tag. So a lot of times they'll sell you a 12-inch roll by like 18 inches, right? So 12 by 18, and it's going to cost you like $8 or $9. And this is, I'm just trying to spitball here. I can't remember exactly what size and prices they sell at the craft stores, but it's somewhere around here where it's like 12 inches by 18 inches, and it's like $8 or $9 for heat transfer vinyl. But like I do, and if you want to do it too, you can go through somebody like EconoTransfer, and you can buy heat transfer vinyl from EconoTransfer. They sell it in a 20-inch roll by 1 yard. So if you bought a 20-inch roll by 1 yard of vinyl, it comes out to like $8 or $9 versus 12 inches by 18 inches for $8 or $9. So you do the math. What's the more bang for your buck that you're gonna get, right? So for myself, I like buying bigger because I get more bang for my buck, and I get a lot more vinyl for my money when I do it that way, especially if you're buying it in a 5-yard roll, right? So now you're buying 20 inches by 5 yards. You got to remember 1 yard is 36 inches, it's 3 feet. So if you're getting 20 inches by 36 inches for $8 or $9, it's a way better deal to get it from EconoTransfer instead of going to your local craft store. Doesn't make any sense to go that route because you're getting ripped off at that point. So for myself, all I do is get the 20-inch roll. I don't even have a 20-inch cutter, I have a 15-inch cutter. So what I do is I end up cutting it down. But the best part about having these small craft cutters is it comes with the cutting mat. So when you have smaller pieces of vinyl, usually the bigger vinyl cutters, they can't cut down like the small 3x3 square. But luckily, what we can do is put that little 3x3 square on the cutting mat and cut it out. So it's not necessarily scraps, but it is extra vinyl that you could still use. So if you wanted to get into some EconoTransfer, that's where I get my puff from. That's where I get my reflective vinyl from. That's where I get my regular standard heat transfer vinyl from. It's called EconoV. That's where I get it from, is EconoTransfer. The link for that is in the description box. Check out their website and you could see all the different stuff they offer. They got a lot of dope specialty stuff, and they also have really, really good pricing. Like I said, bang for your buck. I'd rather go that route instead of getting ripped off going to the local craft store like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and you're buying their vinyl at a smaller piece for a lot more money. Doesn't make any sense. Now the next question is going to come from Marcella. Marcella wants to know, what camera do I use to record these videos because vlog cameras are expensive? 100% agree with you. Camera equipment is very, very expensive. So to answer your question in short, I use the Canon M50. That's the camera that I'm recording on right now. The reason I picked this camera is because a lot of cameras that have the articulating screen on the back so you could see yourself, usually they flip up on top, right? And I use a microphone on the top of my camera, so if the screen flipped up on top, the microphone would be blocking the screen. I wouldn't be able to see myself. The Canon M50, the screen flips out to the side, so now that it's on the side, I have the microphone on top. So now I could use all the functions of the camera. I have the microphone on top, and then I also have the screen out to the side so I could see myself. That's the biggest reason why I bought this camera. I've had it for a few years now. I like it. No issues, pretty straightforward and easy to use. But at the end of the day, you could just use your cell phone if you had to. You know what I mean? All of our cell phones record in HD and 4K. Super, super good quality. It's already convenient because it's in your pocket already. You already have it in hand, so that should make things way easier for you. If you wanted to get into vlogging and making YouTube videos, I highly encourage you to do so. I think everybody should have a YouTube channel. It's good to document your journey. It also helps a lot of people out. But then also, when you do document yourself, you can always look back at your videos like a year from now and be like, man, look at where I came from, or look at the steps that I took to get to where I'm at, or this is where I made some mistakes. Let me correct these mistakes and then move forward. You know what I mean? So it keeps you accountable, document your journey. And I think the infotainment part of it, by helping people and making it entertaining, is kind of cool too. So if you wanted to get into vlogging and you're a little nervous and you don't know how to get started, a good way to do it is practice with your Instagram. You could use stories and reels, and then you could just make little clips of your day and then post them to your Instagram. That way you're building a following, and then you're also building confidence behind the camera. Also, TikTok works for that also. You can just make little clips of your day, upload them, and then, like I said, you're building up your following, but you're mainly building building up the confidence to be in front of the camera and be behind the camera to edit and all that stuff. So if you're looking for a camera like mine, you can find it on Amazon. I think Best Buy sells it. I don't know who else sells it. I have links for like Amazon links in the shipping link that I have in the description box. It'll take you to the camera gear that I use, tripod, microphone, the camera I use, all that good stuff. GoPros work also. I think DJI makes a little handheld gimbal. It's like the size of a Snicker bar. That thing's kind of cool. The microphone's kind of weird, but it's good to have steady footage if you wanted to get into that. But also remember, you could use your cell phone. That thing is a powerhouse. All right, last question is going to come from the homie Big Boy Larry. He wants to know what's my favorite food. Now, as you know, I'm a big dude myself and I love to eat. So I got a lot of favorite foods, man. But off the top, what I can think of right now is tacos. And I ain't talking none of that crunchy taco. I ain't talking Taco Bell or Del Taco or none of that. I'm talking real street tacos. I'm talking double tortillas, carne asada, al pastor. I'm talking cilantro and onions and salsa. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking real deal street tacos is where it's at, man. I could pound through like 30 of them shit. It's like, you know, when somebody's having a party and they have the taco man catering the spot, man, I get my money's worth. I'm knocking down 15, 20 of them things, man, easy. So whether I'm at a little stand or on the street or at a taco truck, it don't matter, man. Tacos is my shit. Any time of the day I could eat them things. Also, I'm talking hood burgers. Like, I always say hood burgers and people think I'm crazy when I say it until I explain it to them, especially if they live in Los Angeles or if they live in California in general. I travel a lot. And a lot of times I go to these other states and they don't have like hood burger spots. When I say hood burger spots, I'm talking like Tam's, Jim's, Rick's, Steve's, Golden Eagle, Yellow Basket, Classic. I'm talking like the little corner hood burger spot that sells breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They sell quarter-pound charbroiled burgers, pastrami sandwiches, onion rings, chili cheese fries, breakfast burritos, all of that under one roof. And if you live in Los Angeles or if you live in California in general, you know exactly what I'm talking about because these things are in every neighborhood. So every time I see people arguing about who got the best burgers, In-N-Out, Whataburger, Shake Shack, and all that other smash burger and all that other shit, I don't like none of that gourmet shit. I like the hood burgers, man. Straight charbroiled, quarter-pound burger, shredded lettuce, Thousand Island with cheese on it. That shit is money to me. So for example, one of my favorite burger spots is right here in Gardena, and it's Classics on Crenshaw. That's my local burger spot that's close to me. I'm there all the time. But the dope thing is right across the street, like on Crenshaw, like on Rosecrans and Crenshaw, if you're familiar with the area, after like 5 or 6 o'clock at night, there's a shitload of taco trucks that line up on Crenshaw right below Rosecrans, like in between Rosecrans and Marine. And one of my go-to taco trucks right there is Dottie Tacos. They do the fresh tortillas. They're cutting out by store right off the thing. Salsas are bomb. Shit is good. Then also as a quick one, man, just as a quick snack, my family's from Hawaii, so manapuas is my shit. If you don't know what a manapua is, it's a little steamed bun with pork on the inside. So it's like a little white bun and there's like pork, marinated pork on the inside. Shit is bomb as shit. Now I'm hungry as fuck too. So hopefully if any of these questions that I answered helped you out, let me know in the comments. Or if you got your own questions of your own, leave those in the comments. Do not DM me. Leave it in the comments of Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok. I'll get to them. Chances are they might land on one of these videos right here. Follow me on Instagram, Big Brando TV. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.